Is the CEO the one in the company that's making the most money? Well, according to this book, what in the section about what you know about sales, the education of millionaires, is page 133. If you have your copy, read along with me starting from the top. I was pretty shocked to learn this myself, so here we go. CEO, the person making the most money in the company, is often 2 or 3 levels down from the CEO. Why? Because without that star sales rep, 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60% of the business of that company would not exist. Why is that individual able to make such an impact on the business? Because that sales rep understands the skill of selling. The third skill of success is leadership. Leadership boils down to the ability to change the hearts and minds of people, not controlling people. It's a myth that the leader has control. Can you change people's minds? Can you sell people on your ideas and concepts? Can you? The leader does not have control. Your leadership consists precisely in your ability to define a future you don't have control over. The leader doesn't have control over what the employees do. She has to influence the employees to do what she thinks is best. The more you understand that you have no control at all, and you're dealing with a bunch of people with free will who are going to do what they want anyway, the more you realize that the skill of leadership really boils down to the skill of influence. If you're taking on a role of leading others, people don't do what you say just because you say it. They only do what you say if they're inspired. Which means you have to study what influences people. Besides sex and money, that's what a lot of people influence other people with. I've seen so many celebrity young people holding stacks of money up to their ear. You know, this is why people are watching them. This is why people are subscribing to their channel, because they want that money. Or people are showing their bodies, or they're doing other stuff sexually to influence people to follow them, just to see what they're going to be doing next, sexually. It's titillating. WAP became #1 not because of the lyrics, right? If you don't agree with me, let me know down in the comments, but it is what it is. So what else can you influence people as a leader? What else can be used to influence people to buy into what you think is best, to trust you? Let me know down in the comments, okay? And I gotta tell you, for me, myself, being a mother, I did not influence my kids. I did not control my kids. My kids had free will to choose what it is that they wanted to do. Their choices, I totally did not agree with. To me, they made choices that benefited themselves short term, but they didn't consider anyone other than themselves, not even each other. Okay? What inspires people? What influences people? Michael's note to reader, Seth Godin in Tribes. We need you to lead us. which you absolutely must read if you care about the themes in this chapter and the last. So that's a cross-reference. I'm going to make a note of that. Okay? I'm going to make a note of that. That's another book. We need you to lead us. That, who comes to my mind? Obama. Who comes to your mind? Leave it down in the comments. Ow! Hi, Kitten. Leave it down. Who influences you, Kitten? Kitten say treats. Okay. Okay. Seth Godin and Tribes. We need you to lead us. Okay. Which you absolutely must read if you care about the things in this chapter and the last. Spreads the message that leadership is the new marketing. Leadership is the new marketing. I will also add that leadership is the new sales. And good sales is really a form of leadership. Now, this is weird to me because I always thought that the CEO was the number one salesman of the company. He was the image, or she was the image of the company and the salesperson for the company. To bring on new clients, new business, new accounts. They did that because of who the CEO was. Maybe that changed somewhere. Okay. And good sales is really a form of leadership. And good marketing is also really a form of leadership. When done with integrity, they all blend into each other. They are really all aspects of the same phenomenon. What is that phenomenon? Brian calls it guiding others into a future that would not have happened otherwise. This is all Greek to me. You know that. If you saw my posting yesterday for here on the channel as well as on my foundation's website, you saw where I said if I had control, there would have been different outcomes. I did not have control. I did not have power. And I think that is something that many people feel. And they use other means to try to get that control, to try to seize power, even to the point of selling their souls. Because they're trying so desperately to control. But one thing that always reminds me, and you can look this up, and I'm going to leave this here because this is so heavy. I'm going to leave this here. But what comes to my mind is Lauryn Hill. You know, what you want might make you cry, and what you need might pass you by if you don't catch it. And what you need, ironically, might turn in what you want it to be if you just let it. You remember that song? Because what you want might make you cry, and what you need might pass you by if you don't catch it. And what you need, ironically, might turn out what you want to be if you just let it. Kitten said, that's right, mama, tell him. Right? Trying to control, and just gotta let it be what it's gonna be. And even if that breaks your heart, just let it be what it's gonna be. Because you can't change it. I know that. I know that. And what's gonna happen is gonna happen. What like Nene, my Nene said Trump copied it, and Michelle said it. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. All right. So you might as well do you. Be true to yourself. Stop all that fakery. Stop trying to control, manipulate. Let it go. It's hard to do as a parent because a lot of times people think in being a parent that means that you're supposed to manipulate, that you're supposed to coerce, that you're supposed to even discipline, bend children to your will for their own good. You know, make them eat those vegetables. Make them. That's a whole different situation. What I'm talking about is in a professional role. You know, and I've seen people. I'm gonna give you an example, and then I'm gonna go. I work for this huge Fortune 500 company, and there was problems with alma maters between the guys, and I'm gonna tell you, these guys are all the same. You understand what I'm saying? There was no difference in race, socioeconomic class, and like that. The only difference was this one went to this university, this one went to that university. In the office, they wanted dominance. This one wanted dominance for their alma mater. This meant a lot to these people. These people are already out of university. Why this was a big deal, I don't know. But I had left the office for the day. For some reason, I had forgotten something at my desk, so I went back in. And when I went back in there, the one guy from the one university was punking the other guy from the other university. You understand what I'm saying? They're both straight men, both married, and this one guy was on the back of this other guy in the office. And the next day, when the guy came to work, he had taken what is this? A razor thing, and cut a whole swath out of his head where these people ridiculed them. And that's the only story I'm going to tell you today. I've got loads of them where I'm the only person of color and the things that I've seen amongst these people. You know, I'm going to say it, the only person like me. I'm going to say it like that. The only person like me. If you know similar stories, share them with me. You can send them to me via email. You can send them to me via messaging on Facebook or Instagram. And, you know, subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, and I will talk to y'all later. If you need administrative services, if you're doing a conversion from your legacy filing systems to a new system, give me a call, message me. I can definitely help you in doing that. Let's talk contracts. Bye now.